I guess I just firstly want to address the elephant in the room. Cheese, what's with the bleached hair? Are you losing bets or?
No, I'm not losing bets. I was just a little bit late to training. I was probably like 30 seconds late. And well, to a meeting, and then I had to roll these dice, and you get like all these punishments on the dice. So this one, I've been chasing this one for years though. I've been wanting to dye my hair blonde. I reckon it looks the grouse, but yeah.
What's the next haircut surprise we can expect from the team? Well, what's the next dice roll got for the team?
Oh, I don't know. There's one called the chili challenge that I had to do a while back, and I think it gave me stomach ulcers, and I couldn't train very well. So I think that one's out of the gate now. I don't think we do that one anymore. Josh's missus is actually the one that done my hair.
Oh, yep. So I heard your girlfriend's actually a barber. Do you go to the barber or it's all from her?
Usually it's cheaper just to go to her. She doesn't charge me, so yeah, no, I just get her to do it at home. I'm not very not too worried about the old haircut, so just a quick one up the sides and I'll be happy.
When you guys go to the barber, what do you ask for? Or do you mix it up? Or is it always the one standard?
This is the man. He's
Yeah?
the style.
I get the same every time. Always the same haircut. Taper fade on the side. Yeah. I'm not. I don't like the full fades all around, like the high fades and stuff like that. So I'm pretty simple.
Need to take after Uncle Chocky.
What about yourself?
4 on the sides, tidy up the top. No fade. I reckon I got an ugly ass scalp, eh? So I reckon try to cover it as much as I can. But King, you can only polish your turd so much. You know?
Yeah, I usually just get short back and sides, really. Just fade up the sides a little bit, keep the top long. Every now and then I'll just go shave it all over.
How often are we talking for a haircut? How often do we go? Are we the kind of blokes that get a top up every 3 weeks or every couple of months?
I'm about 3 weeks, yeah. Because it's easy for me. I just get it done at home, just in the lounge room.
I've probably had, and since I've been in Melbourne, I've probably been to the barber 3 times. Other than that, it's just like if someone's cutting hair at the club, I'll go, yeah, cut my hair. I'm
sure you guys had a favourite player growing up, but did you have a favourite hairstyle on a player that really stood out for you and you're like, wow, that really pops out?
Jonah Lamu was pretty pretty iconic. That little, I don't know, what do you call it, like a hedge on top of his head.
Ryan Pappenhausen right now. The mullet.
What about your favourite bald NRL player? It can be current or it can be past.
My favourite bald, Mad Dog McDougall, the man shake.
What did you love about Mad Dog?
He was the Mad Dog. He was crazy as. So, and I think that was the first baldy that came to my name because we were just talking about he invented man shake, and he just made a mozza. So.
My favourite is Felice Kafusi. He's recently gone bald, and I see it every day, so got to love it.
Do you think the look suits him?
Yeah, he looks cleaner, but I don't know about the bald.
It wasn't far off anyway.
Yeah, it's just better than.
It was a long way back.
It's just better than watching a man hang on for dear life, you know.
Well, he went from the full afro as well to the. It's a bit of an extreme haircut.
I wouldn't say full afro. It started back there. Like a half an afro.
Have you guys got bald people in your family at all?
Yeah, my old man's bald.
Yep.
Yeah, he went bald when he was like 22. By choice, he just cut his hair off and then just left it. So.
Yeah, but your dad rocks it, so you probably rock it too.
I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to, but it's not my choice. If it happens, happens.
No, I don't think anyone in my family's cool.
I've got a pretty strong hair genetics, I reckon. I reckon I'm starting to go grey, but a certain thing. Yeah, under stressful conditions.
Jerome Hughes is going. I just noticed it today. It's alarmingly thin around here. He blamed the rain.
Geordie Grant's no good too. He comes out with his little comb over, mate. That's starting to head back. Way back.
Do you think you'll lose your hair or you think you're all fine? Anyone starting to thin out a little bit?
I think I'm alright for now.
Well, I think I'm pretty good.
Yes.
If I keep dyeing it, it'll probably fall out.
Yeah.
It does not feel good, eh? Like.
But I'm glad I'm not thinning out though.
You're happy about it?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy that I'm not thinning out or the old hairline's creeping back.
What would you do if you started to go bald? Would you shave it off or would you take action?
I'd probably get it sorted out, I'll be honest. I always tell all my mates to go do it, but I'd definitely seek some professional advice. But try get in early before anyone starts noticing it really bad.
Yeah, well, you've seen enough of the Mosh has now. I think nowhere to go.
Yeah.
That's right.
Do you think having a nice head of hair is important? Could you live without yours?
Definitely think it's good, like appearance-wise and stuff like that, keeping a tidy look. You know, whether you're bald, I guess if you're bald, it's pretty easy to keep it nice and tidy, isn't it?
How do you guys think you'd look without hair?
Shocking. Shocking.
I'm doing well with I'm not doing great with my hair, so I can't imagine I'd look any much better.
Well, I can actually show you guys how you would look. So, Remus. Kingy.
That's bad.
And then the cheese.
Oh, bro. Remus, yours actually isn't bad.
Not too bad.
I don't mind it.
If you guys had to rate yourselves out of 10. 10?
Oh, that's a low 2. Not even like 2.5.
1.8.
Yeah. Remus is actually not bad.
I actually don't mind it.
On the spectrum of bald blokes, that's not bad. I don't know, you got a little mohawk going on.
6.
Yeah, I'm a 4 now.
If you're a 4 now, you're probably a 6 there.
And Kingy, how would you rate Kingy?
Well, I don't know what the mohawk's doing at the back there. Actually, you're not too bad if you got rid of the mohawk.
You reckon?
Oh, this is putrid. Yeah, see, that's what happens when you don't go to a barber enough. You got uneven hair.
And the cheese, how would you rate the cheese?
That's shocking. See, but I got personality that gets me through.
Out of the 3 of you guys, who here cares the most about your appearance? Who do you reckon?
Well, we'll all point to him on one.
All right, I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1.
Man's just always looking tidy. He's just always looking good. He's got the good kit on. He's got the kicks on. Hair slick. I like it. I like it.
He's a back. That's what they do. It's ruckies.
I don't know, I just like looking good. Like, it just gives me confidence, and I don't know, it's always good to be clean, you know. I feel good, and you know, play some good footy and all that kind of stuff. So no, I just like it, man. It's just my lifestyle, bro. I like being clean.
Oh, I've gone down this year. Probably I've looked after myself a little bit more than I used to. Just getting heaps of free clothes now, so getting good clothes. Getting good clothes helps.
Do you guys use any products to, look after your appearance? Skincare, gel?
No, I'm flat stick on the shampoo though. I shampoo my hair every time I get in the shower.
So you shampoo every day?
Like the hair looking silky smooth, I like that.
Yeah, nice. Well, the recommendation is actually every 2 to 3 days.
Yeah,
Every day.
every day.
When you're training too, you got it.
What's with the shampoo addiction? Just because you're training every day to get the sweat out?
No, I just like the feeling.
Yeah?
I just like the feeling of my hair. I can smell it. And it smells good.
Do you notice a difference in your hair if you don't shampoo?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It feels like it does now. Like when you dye your hair, honestly, it feels so weird.
Yeah?
It feels like it's not your hair when you touch it. It feels like the end of a broom.
You know how NBA players rock up to a game and they're always looking stylish? Do you want the NRL to bring something like that in, or are you happy rocking up in just team kit?
I feel like it's pressure on me to
I know.
come out there and I've got to look good.
It's a bit like the red carpet when they walk through. Yeah. Do you guys consider your image a lot as a public figure? I know you're on TV a lot, playing footy.
I think what we spoke about before, just being tidy, looking tidy. I don't think any of us would want to look like, too raggedy, I guess.
Yeah.
Getting around there. I know a lot of the boys, they always love to get a fresh fade before a game, before a TV game. So, I definitely think it is something that's thought about a little bit.
I got one haircut before a game and we lost the grand final after it, so I've never got a haircut before a game ever again.
Actually, there's some of the boys have like superstitions. If we're winning, they don't get their haircut. If we lose, then they'll go get their haircut.
So basically, the longer the Melbourne Storm's hairs are, that means the more successful you guys have been.
Yeah.
So if we get to the grand final this year and you're all rocking afros, I know why. You're on a bit of a win streak.
If we're all bald, we're not going so well.
Has anyone ever criticised your appearance online? Have you got anyone have a stab at you?
Yeah, well, heaps of people say I look like that guy from Just Waiting for a Mate guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on RBT.
Then others say I look like Brad Pitt, so it's weird.
How do you guys deal with exterior criticism? I know there's a lot of noise being footy players.
It doesn't faze me too much, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I see all my mates barrack for me on social media, so I just let them battle my fights for me.
No, I just don't look into it, sort of thing, you know. Like, I don't really read all that kind of stuff. But if I do, it's just comes back to like I don't need to listen to those kind of people. Like, they have nothing to do with me, or like they don't have anything to do with me, as in like what I've been through and all that kind of stuff. So I know what I've been through, and I believe in myself and all that kind of stuff. So it's like
It's just
who are you
outside
to tell me,
noise.
like what I'm doing or all that kind of thing, you know. So that's how I look at it.
Being part of one of the most successful clubs in the competition, do you feel there's an extra sense of pressure that comes with that?
I definitely think there's a expectation to perform each week, yeah, and more for us, I think, is to respect and the people that played before us in the Storm, I guess the Storm history and the Storm legacy. So to protect that and go out and make sure we continue that on, that's probably a big thing for me, yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, like, it's a little bit different. It's like I take confidence out of knowing that all these guys I'm playing with are all bad men when they get on the field, you know, like they're all going to perform because I've seen them do the work at training. It's more of a confidence thing, I guess. A lot of like quality teams can just look who they're training next to and be like, oh, well, we should be all right. Like there's other teams out there that probably look at their teammates and think, oh no, we're in for a flogging this week.
How do you guys deal with pressure? Are there any tactics that the club instills in you through their programs?
I'm not like saying I don't feel like pressure, but I don't really feel like when I'm out on the field or anything like there's that much pressure. It's a team sport and everyone plays their role. So
It comes back to, for me, like I prepare myself through the week and how I train and all that kind of stuff. So when it comes to the game, I feel like there's not much pressure on me because I know I've prepared myself.
Yeah.
And I know I've done the hard work. So to come to the game and say there's so much pressure on me, there really isn't if you've prepared yourself and you've done everything right. And then come back to the team we're in, there's not much pressure when you're playing with the likes of these guys, Munster, all those kind of guys. There's pressure, but it's not at the same time, if that makes sense. Yeah. And I take confidence out of playing with the team we play with every week. And it helps, you know, it takes away that pressure. Yeah. So
when it comes to your preparation, how do you prepare for a game, all of you guys? Is there a way you prepare, or is it the way the club prepares you? Do you have a specific routine?
I think everyone's different with that. Everyone prepares differently. Myself, I'm a pretty routine-based person. I like to make sure I'm ticking everything off at training through the week and different things like that. But yeah, I think everyone's different. Some people are more cruisy and laid back and just want to have a chilled week, and some others, want to get some work in. So it just depends. Like Remus was talking about, whatever prepares you the best and gives you the most confidence going into a game is, the best preparation for yourself.
I don't have routines, but I guess they are routines. I have to go and eat all the purple lollies in the lolly jar before we play. I don't know why. I walk in and smash all of them. Hopefully no one else can get any. And then I just do like every activity where you got a partner. I just do everything with Harry, but I think that's the only thing I do. And then
and
ice baths maybe. But that's
and then the haircuts. You don't get haircuts.
No, I don't get haircuts. Nah.
And do they teach you any like mental tactics at all, or through the club, like?
Oh, we definitely have like
mental training.
We have like a lady that comes in and helps with that sort of thing, but I think it affects different people in different ways. So I think if you feel like you need something like that to help mentally prepare for games, you can go see her. But if you feel like that might be a bit too much, you can just. I think the club does a great job at just preparing you as well as you can individually, rather than all having to do the same thing. So.
Yeah.
I think too, the boys were talking about before, the players we've got around us, and I think the club gives you really, you just do your job right, and if everyone does their job right, then the team usually goes well. So for me, being a rucky, I know that I've just got to make my tackles and carry the ball. Like I don't have to worry about scoring tries or breaking the line. There's people like Munster and perhaps out the back to do all that. So I think they do a good job and taking confidence of the blokes next year as well.
Remus, you've recently torn your pec, and guys, I'm sure you guys have had to deal with some injuries in the past. How challenging are injuries mentally, and how do you stay strong during them?
Everyone's different with that kind of injuries, obviously, but With my injury, yeah, it's obviously when it first happened, it was a bit of a shock to the system, you know, a bit of mixed emotions and all that kind of stuff. But I just had to refocus over those couple of days after I did my pec. I just bring myself back down to earth and just, I believe everything happens for a reason. So there's a reason behind why this happened, and I sort of just ran with that. And I'm just trying to keep positive, you know, the glass is always half full instead of half empty. Yeah, it's mentally just know I've been in this place before where I've had surgery, so it's nothing new. You know, I get to play the sport I love, get paid money to play the sport, and there's people around the world that are much less in areas, you know. So I just appreciate what I have and just always try to keep that glass half full.
I think like I take my hat off to some of these boys who have, you know, long-term injuries that must be tough going in there each day, but all of them are so set on, I guess, that goal of returning and getting back as quick as you can. You know, if you muck around with your rehab, I guess you'll be out for even longer. So a lot of them are really set on coming back as fast as they can and, you know, ripping into their rehab. So yeah, like I say, I take my hat off to them.
Yeah, so Christian Walsh, like he's done his Achilles, which is meant to be a season-ending injury, but he's literally put his focus into helping like other people, like especially helping the coaches like cut up clips and like helps out the younger players and
Just trying to
where
stay
they
involved.
can improve and just stays involved in the team, trying to make, I guess, the best of the situation he's in to help us out, which is he's pretty cool because he's done his ACL twice as well, so he knows what kind of road he's got to go down, and I'm sure would be playing lots on his head. So.
And how have his spirits been?
Really good. Like she said, he's heavily involved in the club. He's doing a lot of sponsorship stuff. Even for me personally, he's been cutting up clips for me, and I know a few other boys. So he never comes in, you know, feeling sorry for himself. He never comes in, you know, half-assed or anything. And like we said before about coming back early, he's smashing his rehab. Like I think he's already set his sights on being back this year. So
he's still one of the funniest blokes in the team as well.
Josh coming down to a new club, Brendan going to a new club next year, and Remus, you've been here for 1 or 2 seasons now, yeah, second year. Is that shift of environment a mental challenge in itself? Like, how do you deal with that?
for me, it's been the best thing ever. Coming down here, it's sort of it's cleared my head more than anything. I think, like I've spoken about before, just being able to simplify footy and really enjoy it. And rugby league's always better when you're winning as well. And it's not even just rugby league; it's your entire life. So. You know, it helps when you win a few games, but, you know, I've loved coming to Melbourne, and I think the club's, we've got a great bunch of blokes there who, you know, we all get along really well and do plenty of stuff together as well, so that obviously helps.
Yeah, it was really good, man. Coming from where I came from, it's from the bottom to the top sort of thing, you know. But it's been unreal, man. Like, since the first day I got here, everyone's made me feel at home, you know, and I've learned so much so far. It's only my second year, but I feel like I've been here for 5 years, you know, and like that's how the players are and the staff are. They make you feel welcome. It's something different for me. I grew up in Sydney. I was there my whole life. You know, I had nothing different, never left, no nothing. So to move down here, like on my own at the start, and to see where I am today, it's been unreal. It's been the best experience, and the journey has been really good.
I guess I haven't really thought about it too much because we're still in amongst the middle of the season, but I'm sure leaving's going to be sad. I've been here for nearly 6 years now, so definitely be sad, but I think everyone inside the 4 walls know why, and I think that's very important, so I don't think it's going to be too hard. But
We've all heard of the notorious Storm pre-season. Talk us through how that mentally pushes you and what you've learned from your experiences with it.
One day at a time. Just one day at a time.
well, these guys are more fresh in their mind for the pre-season, but the hardest thing for mine was my first pre-season it wasn't the army camp, it was the work program you have to do. Because I struggled to sleep on the best of days, and having to wake up at 4 in the morning, go do training, and then go work a full-time job, and then finish your full-time job, and then train for another 2 to 3 hours. That was definitely really hard, and I guess it teaches you, well, it doesn't really teach you much gratitude. It makes me learn a bit more hatred than anything. But yeah, we were out digging holes for 8 hours of the day and then coming and training. So I think that was probably the hardest thing about my pre-season. That went for 2 weeks, and It kind of just teaches you that you don't. We better be fortunate. Oh, we're pretty fortunate on what we're doing, and if we weren't pretty good at passing balls around, we'd probably be digging holes. So, yeah, it was definitely the wake-up call from my first ever pre-season.
Did that weigh down on you mentally at all?
Yeah, bro, that was that was the hardest thing. Like, get home and you'd fall straight asleep, and then you'd have the alarm set, wake up dripping sweat, and then yeah, and I had to catch the training as well, so I had to leave like half an hour earlier than I wouldn't have normally had to. So that was annoying.
Did it make you appreciate footy a bit more?
Yeah, definitely did. It made, well, sort of, I guess. Didn't make me appreciate footy at the time.
The coaches help you as well. Like, it's not just all on your own sort of thing. The coaches and the players are there to help you. But yeah, I don't know how to describe it. Like, they're long days and like nearly every day training. So
I reckon there's like, also it's not too bad, but the best thing about pre-season as well is like after you just train for like 4 hours straight in the blistering heat, it's like euphoria after you're done, and like you look at all the boys and you like pretty much want to cry. Like we made it through. Or to just do it again the next day, but there's just something about going in the trenches with other people that I guess brings you together, and I think that's pre-season's being harder and harder. Just make that happen, that bond a little bit stronger and stronger.
Melbourne went through quite the lockdown over the past few years. Was that mentally tough, or did you guys really go through it too much?
I
Yeah,
didn't go through. We went to Sunny Coast pretty.
you're in Sunny Coast most of the time. Yeah.
I wasn't here then, I was
Yep.
in Newcastle, but
Yep.
being relocated last year, all of us been relocated. Obviously, it wasn't ideal, but at the same time, we were still able to do what we love. You know, I think for me, there was a lot of people in a lot worse situations than us. We were lucky enough to still be paid. You know, we didn't have to pay for our accommodation or anything to go to Queensland. It was just moving away for our families for a while. So, yeah, not ideal situation, but there was definitely people in a lot worse situations. So
I was stoked. Man, we stayed in a 5-star bloody resort, getting paid still. Like I felt like it was just like a 6-month school excursion. Like get to go out and hang out with your mates every day, stay around them. Yeah.
Yeah,
We also won a comp while we were doing it. Like it was pretty awesome.
You thought it brought you closer to everyone?
Yeah, for sure. Just hang out with people that you wouldn't normally hang out with, and pretty much do that every day.
I had most of my family in New South Wales, and my missus was there, so I didn't get to see them for, nearly 6 months, you know?
Yeah, right.
A while, so it did get hard at stages, but she had to push through it, you know? Like I said before, it's worse off people, you know? We get to still do what we love, but at the same time, it was at times it was difficult, but, you know, getting through that now just makes you more appreciative of what I have now and the time we spend together with our families, you know. I really take that time with 2 hands and not take it for granted like I used to. But yeah, that's how it was.
How'd you just distract yourself, I guess?
Well, I was with the boys every day, literally every day we're together. So far out. And yeah, that was the distraction, you know. Just being together, going out to cafes, getting something to eat, training.
I shared a room with Munster and Walshy, so my whole goal was to just try to stay away from Munster as long as I could. Because dealing with living under the same roof, it must be hard. Bianca must go through torture.
Why do you guys think it's important to speak up about your health, not just your mental health, but your physical as well? Why do you think it's important for guys to speak up about it?
I just think, like anything, if you bottle it up for too long, it'll eventually explode in some sort of way. You know, it's important for us. You know, we're lucky that we have a lot of people around us, you know, part of the team that we really trust, and we can sort of lean on each other for that kind of support. But, you know, even in normal life, I guess it's important to have people around you that you can speak to, and, you know, if you do have issues, because like I say, it's always better to sort of vent and be able to talk about something than just bottling it up and letting it overtake you.
It's pretty common in men not to talk, because it's like you're lesser sort of thing, you know. So to stand up and talk, you're the bigger person, you're the bigger man to do that, you know. You're not a coward like everyone says. So I think it's good that a lot of people, like a lot of men in particular, can talk and just talk to each other, like talk to your mate, talk to your mum, whoever it is. But as long as you're talking to someone and not just keeping it to yourself, because like King said, it'll bottle it up, and one day it's going to explode. So you don't want that. You don't want to get to that stage. So just put your ego aside, put your pride aside, and just open up to someone if you want. You don't have to, but encourage it. Yeah.
Just that stigma. I think Remus said it. It's that stigma that, you know, you're not tough enough. I think men, you know, we're taught to be, you know, big, strong, and tough, and, you know, got to be able to take it all on ourselves and not be emotional. But I think everyone has their days where they're, you know, down or up sometimes as well. So just being able to recognise that within yourself and know that everyone goes through these kinds of things and everyone has their own issues, and it's okay to speak about it and to feel something, I guess.
A lot of people think they got to fight their battles by themselves. They don't want to put that burden on anyone else. So as much as we can try change that, I think it's definitely a big thing, because I remember the year we won the comp in 2020, like, because we were going through such a tough time, like we had to come together as a group. And I remember Nico Hines, he was running like mental health, like little meetings with us, and I think that really helped the group and like made us connect with each other a lot more. And you could just see like how much happier we were for those sessions, and it was only the sessions were as good as you made them. So like you could go in there and not want to open up to each other and thing, but I think because everyone went there and actually gave those sessions the time of the day, it's a bit like going to see a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I think you can make it as good as you can, and I think our group and our team was a lot better for what Nico done that day. So yeah, he was definitely one of those guys that if I was ever going through something, I was very fortunate that I could definitely text him and be like, hey, can I come talk to you? And he could be there. And then he just created that stigma in our team that you could do that to a lot of people, and then now there's a few boys that you can do that with, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so Ted, you spoke about your struggles with sleep before. Do you have any techniques that you use?
No, like I've tried a lot. I guess the best sleep I had was, and literally the 6 years I've been here has been like the last, well, before this week just gone, but the week before that, like I got off my social media. I used to just scroll through there 24/7, but my mind is a heavy wanderer, and yeah, I used to sleep like 4 hours a night, like all the time. But I was sweet. I wasn't tired and stuff, but I just really struggled with it. And there's something that I had to see like a lot of the people at the club about, and I did like meditation and stuff. But I guess it's just getting off the screens for me. Like either I was playing video games or just always wanting to do something. I never really got tired enough to not want to do something. And yeah, that's still a battle I'm going through.
I'm pretty good with my sleep.
Yeah?
I like sleep. I'm not bed early, but I like I like sleeping, so I don't really find an issue with it. I'm on I drink tea, the sleep tea it's called, and that puts me to bed pretty quick. So other than that, no, I'm pretty easy, man. Yeah, like I like to get a certain 8+ hours a night, and I'm alright in the morning and I feel good. So
How are you if you don't get your 8 hours?
yeah, grumpy. Yeah, just like I just wake up, I'm just off it straight away. I just know.
So you should try the 4 to 6 hours. You just stay the same person when you wake up tired.